I would like to thank everyone for coming. I will give you a quick review of who I am. My name is Vanessa Luttrell. I've been performing in the Carson Valley for about 15 years, everywhere from free venues on up to getting paid $500. So a broad range of things. I teach music, I do graphic design, I tune pianos, I do a lot of things involved with music. It's my passion, otherwise I wouldn't be here. So the main reason Muznet came into existence is I do a lot of networking with small businesses, and I found it to be a very effective way to find out a lot of information about being a small business owner and becoming more effective at advertising and marketing. And I was really craving a situation in which I could have that same experience, but with people who were doing the same thing I was doing, which is music. And I looked around and there wasn't one. So just kind of put feelers out there, found some people who felt similarly, and it has grown from, wouldn't it be great if we could at least meet and share information, to, hey, we should be doing concerts, we should be doing outreach to the schools, we should be doing contests, building out from there. So not competing with existing events, but adding to it and creating more and more opportunity. The other thing we're really trying to do is not be localized just to Carson City, or just to Gardnerville, or just to Reno, but to touch on all the outlying areas in northern Nevada. Hopefully, the introduction I want to give here is that Scott is really, really high on my music angels list. Because not only does he have this space where he is providing live music, but he has consistently done it and consistently compensated artists financially, feeding them, whatever. And in today's economy, in today's market, in today's priorities, I mean, it's like gold to find that as a musician. He's not only booking here, he's also doing Fridays at Perkin, the outdoor concert series, and he's also taken on booking for High Sierra as well. So in addition to his many duties as a father and a business owner, he's really a huge influence in keeping music alive. So with no further ado, I'd like to bring Scott.
What Vanessa asked me to speak about today was how to get a gig and keep it. I think what I wanted to do first is give you a little history about Plan B and what we are trying to achieve here. We started with singer-songwriters, and then we did some duos, and then we started doing bands. And it was a complete blast, and I knew that then this is what I wanted to do. It was probably 3 or 4 years ago. And one thing I think is important as musicians, you know what the venue operator goes through, and why probably there are not too many venues out there. And so I put together a financial analysis of a gig, and basically this is how it breaks down. And so you have a 4-piece band at $100 a head, and an average night is probably $1,000 take at the bar. And that's a good night. I mean, if you look at it, that's 200 $5 beers, or 150 glasses of wine. So that's something pretty good. And then we have to start subtracting the cost, unfortunately. 30% for the food and beverage, 30% for the labor, and that's the bartender and the management and the kitchen staff. And then if you really want to break it down, 6% utilities, 8% rent, and then of course we pay ASCAP fees. So if you look at a typical $400 gig, bringing in $1,000, the venue loses $260-ish. So you have, when people come to me, yeah, make no mistake, it's a job interview. I get approached probably 5 to 10 times a week from musicians via the computer or people that walk in. What I think is important is the musicians figure out who the go-to person is at each venue. And I will tell you that 90% of the messages I get from musicians look like this. I have a couple examples of press kits that have worked in the past and kind of what I'm looking for. and they contain a bio, brief bio, and a CD, promotional CD, social network, web pages. They have everything in place, ready to go. A press kit, you can put one of those together on Reverb Nation or even Facebook. I don't mind if you show up in person and hand me the CD, and basically all I need is your contact information and your promo CD, and then I take it and I put it in my car on the way home and I listen to it, and if I like it, I got your card, I got all your contact information. I think it's important that you're loyal to the venue, that takes a risk on you. I think that if I have you booked for months out and then you play a gig 2 doors down at wherever Rolling Sluggos, I frown upon that, because you only have so many people that are going to come watch you each time, friends and family, and if they catch that first gig, then they'll blow up the second gig. And how to keep a gig? Promote, promote. For me, that's the single most important thing, and you do that via social media right now, because obviously, if you looked at my cost analysis, there was no money for advertising, because frankly, there is no money for advertising. And it's easy to get into free entertainment magazines, like the Reno News and Review, the Metro Mix, the Buzz, the Nevada Appeal. We try to list all of our shows in those magazines. And there's no one who promotes herself better than Whitney Meyer. And the first time she played here, there were maybe 12 people that sat through her show, and that only made her mad. And so the next time I booked her, which I was hesitant, I was like, I don't know if I can sell this in Carson. She said, okay, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to come down 2 weeks before my show. I'm going to print out these flyers and I'm going to blanket the town. I'm going to call the newspapers. I'm going to get in every entertainment magazine. And she did all that. She kept her word. And the next time she played, there were probably 60. The following time, maybe 100. And then this last time, right before The Voice aired, we were full an hour before the show, and so there were nearly 100 people plus another 200. If you want to do this for a living, you need to be a part of many different groups, or at least at the local level, many different bands, many different styles, many different genres. Provide something unique, entertain us with stories about each song. This is such an intimate venue here. And mind you, I should have said this long ago, I'm only speaking for this venue. I mean, I haven't worked at the Meeting Factory or anything like that. I know it works here. Make each gig different, practice your craft, I swear. I have some professionals that come in here and they play the same set from beginning to end, and they never mix it up. They never apply themselves to their craft. They never learn new music, and they just assume that, okay, this worked once, it's going to work again. Respect to everyone. Some of the most harsh evaluations that I get are from the bus people, from the bartenders, from the cooks. I can't always be here, so if one of my staff is mistreated, believe me, I'll hear about it. Or if they're taking advantage of efforts to do like a follow-up or a thank you. I don't respond a lot to those, but I take mental note of who is being kind, and who is being considerate, and who enjoyed themselves, and who I enjoy being around, and basically that's who I invite back. And then at that time, when you're getting paid, don't be afraid to ask for another gig. I mean, I won't always have my schedule, but it never hurts to ask, hey, did you enjoy what you heard? If so, maybe we could book something 3 months down the road. Well, it's fresh in my mind because, like I said, hundreds of bands roll through here, and it's hard to keep them all straight and out of sight, out of mind, etc. Thank you for the time.
Thank you.